definitely investigating the BBC. We are investigating the BBC false allegations that was done regarding the documentary of TB Joshua. And I would just want to bring out all these lists of questions that arises and to prove to you people, to prove to the public that TB Joshua is innocent, not just completely innocent. We're not saying he's completely innocent, but that there are a lot of false allegations on TB Joshua. Number one, in every video they've made about TB Joshua, there is no video, there is no audio of any sexual misconduct. Let us hold that in mind. If you have watched the documentary from the beginning to the end, from episode 1 to episode 3, if we are living in a civil society like this, and someone comes to us and they tell us stories, just because they call themselves witnesses, group of people, yet none of them has one single evidence of TB Joshua's sex video or audio, and they stayed for him minimum, the least person stayed for 5 years with him. And I want you to remember they said he does this almost every time. And he has certain disciples who were staying with him. These same certain disciples, they call their parents. These certain disciples, they speak to people everywhere. They stay with him 24 hours. So how come was there no video or audio sexual misconduct? Then you can still proceed and say there is no video or audio of any threat of words. They made a claim in the documentary. A lot of them do made a claim in the documentary that TB Joshua was giving them words of threat. They call their parents, they call other people. Yet, despite the phone they make use of, they could not get any record of TB Joshua making any threats. Number 4, or number 3, or number 4, I will just list it by the way I wrote them. They all had the urge to expose him. Every disciple of TB Joshua who participated in the interview, every single one of them had the urge to want to speak against him. None of them are like, I am holding something inside of me. They are willing, they have the urge, they want to expose him. So the question is this: what kind of disciples? Do you mean that he has never been nice to any of these people in the past? So why are they so eager? Why is the urge? Why is the expression in their face that they have to expose him? It means we have to ask ourselves a question: what kind of disciples were they to TB Joshua? Number 5, they didn't complain if he was dating only one of them, but were disappointed he was dating all of them. To every lady who came up and said, TB Joshua was having sex with me, and I'm going to still make certain distinction you guys would have to pay attention to. TB Joshua was having sexual relationship with me. I never said anything about it. I thought it was only me. Then I realized he was having sexual relationship with this person. Now, the moment they discover he was having sexual relationship with another person, then it becomes a problem. Then they get disappointed. So if he was having only sexual relationship with you alone, you have no problem with it. But the moment he has sexual relationship with other people, then you think there is a problem. What kind of disciples are you? And I want you to observe something in this documentary also regarding this sexual molestation allegations. The women who claimed that he sexually assaulted them are older women. The other ones did not claim so much sexual assault. They claimed that he was masturbating on them. The young ones claim masturbating on them. The older ones claim sexual intercourse. Now, if TB Joshua could always have sexual intercourse with them every time he wants, why bother to masturbate on some? Why not just have sexual intercourse with the ones that are good, that he has sexual intercourse with? Why would you prefer masturbation when you have varieties of people that you can have sexual intercourse with any time of the day, anytime you want? We need to ask ourselves that question. Now, when you look at this interview also, to all of them who participated in the witness and made this allegation, none of them, they never claimed they loved him. They only made it clear that they served him. There's a difference between you coming and saying that I used to love this person, I adored this person. They never said that they loved him. They loved him as a boss. No, it is that they served him as a master. And you have to know this as a master, if you have ever been a master in your life, that the possibility of people not loving you out of those who serve you is high. So we have to ask ourselves that question. Now I would want to make it clear because quick, because I have certain things I'm doing and I have to make it live. Some of the disciples, which was a lady who her eyes kind of look funny, and the other guy, they claimed that TB Joshua tried to kill them. They said the reason why they didn't come up and speak out earlier was because they are afraid of TB Joshua. But then they claimed that he tried to kill them. If TB Joshua tried to kill both of you, and you said the police shoot at you, the police were shooting at your cars, where are the cars that the police were shooting at? Do you mean that all the guns they were shooting did not get to the car? Did you mean that you claim that TB Joshua was a very powerful person worldwide? Do you think that he has no chance? And why can't he kill any of you? He has the whole battalion soldiers at his back. And you guys were so trained and so smart that the police of Nigeria will go after you and they will not get you. And they want to take you out. That is a full-blown lies. Where are the cars they shoot at? Bye. Where are the cars they shoot at? Now, I am still heading somewhere, and this is, we are just starting something, but I want to quickly round up. Number 8, no male disciples ever heard any particular woman scream and he sexually abused them daily. The 2 guys who said they are part of his disciples, they claim that they used to stay under the door from another place, that he locks it and they see a female footstep going into TB Joshua's room. Let us ask ourselves a question. If TB Joshua is actually having sexual intercourse with these people every single day, no lady was mourning for them to even hear, for them to even record any sound. They never heard it, but they saw the footstep of ladies. No audio record, no video. He was doing this every single day, so they probably did not even have a time to say, oh, I think I'm seeing something strange. Let me get a phone so I can video and record whenever I see these incidents going on. These are just total allegations without evidence. Let's move to the next one, which is the daughter of TB Joshua. TB Joshua's daughter claimed that it wasn't a claim, she said she's from another mother. And then because she's from another mother, our father, TB Joshua, was a very wealthy person, a very powerful person. TB Joshua has a daughter that he don't like, that he don't love. But TB Joshua don't have the money to take his daughter to another country for the world not to even recognize or know her. But rather, he brought her close to him and started whipping her every single day. Can anyone explain the logic behind it? TB Joshua can buy the whole of this estate that we all bought property. TB Joshua is very wealthy, very rich. He could not, according to his daughter, he said her father keeps beating her. Put that in mind. Her father keeps beating her because she came from another mother. Please, if he hates his daughter, he can send his daughter to boarding school. He can give her money to different countries of his choice and she'll be there and she'll be living a very good life. Why would he, in any logical sense, bring his daughter so he can keep beating her every single time? The disciples claim, they said, he keeps beating her. He keeps beating her. They also slap her. They do this to her. Oh, she was being abused. Now, how can all of you claim that you beat her and you claim that TB Joshua was using belt to flog his daughter every single time? Where are the marks? Where are the marks of TB Joshua using belt to flog this lady? We would ask of this evidence. BBC, you were lying. He locked his daughter for days, but none of his disciples have record or video of her being locked up. Audio or video of her being locked up. Oh, it's terrifying. And when you have all your money, you ask yourself question, why didn't you take her somewhere else? Why do you just bring her close to you? Now, I want to ask a question, which I'm going to be rounding up. The whole of this story, these disciples, they serve TB Joshua, according to their claims. And they saw all this hostility 1 year, 2 years, you start seeing it. Thousands of people come to TB Joshua's ministry every single day. Thousands of ministry of people come from worldwide every single day. And these same people leave that day or the next day, they leave the synagogue. So you mean for 10 years, none of you could even disguise yourself and go out with those thousands and millions of people who come to TB Joshua's ministration. And you were trying to escape. How can you be trying to escape? Do you mean that the disciples, they already have securities that were following you in the church? That you couldn't go into your room and go somewhere else and mix with the congregation and go out when you saw all these atrocities being committed by TB Joshua? This is a big lie. And then there is a lie again that is a very big one that I'm going to round up. This is my final one. And please, everyone, I want you to think about this. One of the boys, the disciples of TB Joshua's, said that when that building, the lodging house, fell, they claimed that when they went to see TB Joshua, he was not remorseful at all. That was like nothing to him. Someone who death is not like anything to him, why will he kill himself because he wants to get exposed? I don't feel it if people die, but I am ashamed if they reveal who I am, that I have to kill my own self. Can we explain the logic behind those two? I don't care if people die. I can let everyone die. Yet, I am ashamed that if I get exposed, so I have to make a decision to kill myself. That's a fucking lie from the pit of hell. And I have more coming. Do you agree with me? What do you think about all these things that I've said? I think we need to start looking down into the stories. What are the evidences? No bullet of guns in the cars. The daughter who was claiming her father keeps beating her. No marks. How many reports did they have? No one was able to escape. He kept sexually harassing them. Yet, no video or audio. No disciples. He was doing it every single time. No disciples could even have any record to put out to the world. These same people you're talking about are the ones handling his media. I was lying down yesterday when the spirit came to me and I wrote many things down, and I'm not done regarding TB Joshua. And let me make this very clear. I don't go to the synagogue. I am not a member of TB Joshua. I went there. My father took me there when I was 5 years old. We went there only once. I don't give a crap about TB Joshua's ministration, the synagogue, Emmanuel TV. But when you see a lie, tell it's a lie. They lied. And I'm coming with more.